Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy MoodZi back at it again with another review. This time we're going to review Dragon Ball Super Chapter 82. It's the latest chapter of me doing this review, so I'm finally caught up. I'm sorry guys for the wait. I know you guys been waiting for so long for me to finish this so I can focus on the main channel, and that's exactly what I'll do. You might see some card opening videos on this channel, but don't worry, it's not going to interfere with the main channel content. I'm going to have to really draft and work a lot on the main channel. I really want the new video to be really good, but I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But before I start reviewing this video, I just want to wish everybody a happy Ramadan for anyone who's practicing or doing it, and I hope you guys have a blessed month. But anyways, let's go to the review. This review chapter of 82 is actually picking up the pace. I felt the chapter 80 was pretty weak. Chapter 81 was picking up and was a lot stronger, and this chapter is a little bit more strong. There are a few criticisms that I have, however, I do understand what Toyotaro is trying to do. I've mentioned this before. I don't know if you guys remember what I spoke of in my previous chapter reviews. I would honestly be impressed if somebody could remember what I said months ago. But I will sort of reiterate what I said before, that Toyotaro is going through this idea about how to develop Goku and Vegeta. He is regressing, he regressed Vegeta back to a specific point in order to develop him. And so he's sort of doing that with Goku. He's having a little bit more luck with Goku in doing that in a way, because I do understand, while I do criticize the show with bringing back Bardock and Dragon Ball Minus, and that's a separate issue. However, what Toyotaro is trying to do is that Toyotaro is all about this arc in general. One of the things is, yes, we talked about how the show is trying to say, you're not easy come, easy go. You're not supposed to earn your power by wishing for them. You're supposed to work for them, and that's your downfall. But also, it's about Goku and Vegeta being able to embrace their true self. Vegeta needs to move forward from the sins of the past, while Goku needs to remember his. So one character, Hakai, destroying your past, and another is Goku, focusing, submerging, and remembering his past and bringing all these things out. However, I do not really think that really moves his character forward. Or maybe, let's just say, I don't think that's the necessary way to move his character forward, especially of someone who's been a Dragon Ball fan for many years. I just think that the Dragon Ball Minus is just the worst, one of the worst Dragon Ball pieces that Akira Toriyama has ever created. I feel like even Super Dragon Ball Heroes, to be honest, which I really dislike, is a lot better than the Dragon Ball Minus manga. But again, that's my point of view. If you really want to know my full thoughts on why I think Dragon Ball Minus is really shit and it's so bad, then please, I urge you to watch the video I mentioned before in the previous review, Who's the Real Bardock. I go there in pretty much in-depth detail explaining why I dislike the Dragon Ball Minus. But anyways, let's go to the review, because there are a lot of things that are happening in this manga chapter, some which I really like. I will highlight the comedy has been absolutely on point. There has been really funny moments in this chapter, and I really like that Toyotaro is using instant transmission in order to not only just see characters that we've seen before, but just going visiting location, visiting characters, and also throwing a bit of comedy, seeing Gas being annoyed while Goku literally just trolling him. Goku is trolling him, and he's not trolling him in a way where Goku's being stupid. He's trolling him in a way that he knows that he's trolling him. He knows that he's fucking with him, and I really like that. I really like that he's just pissing off Gas and trying to make him angry so he could lose his cool. So the first planet we see Goku teleports Gas, we see him fighting next to this station. I think this is the station of the Galactic Patrolmen, and we see the characters we've seen before. They're just like, oh, what the hell, where did these guys come from? Then they start fighting, then Goku teleports him, and we see different other characters that we've seen before. We see Monaka, who dumps just a pile of shit over Goku, and Goku was like, oh, I guess you should take a shower, because Look at that. I mean, this is just really hilarious how Toyotaro drew this, especially that Gas is supposed to be like the strongest villain we've seen so far. Like this dude like would one shot all the DBZ villains. He would potentially one shot some of the Dragon Ball Super villains. But yeah, just seeing him in, like covered in a pile of shit, that's kind of really funny. And Goku like just makes fun of him. It's like, oh, you should take a shower. And Goku actually does, teleports him, and Gas falls into a shower, and he gets up and he's like, ugh, I hate this. And we also have like this funny scene where the heaters recognize Gas and Gas recognize them, and then they make fun of the fact that he did pee himself and wet himself. And Gas is like, oh, I did not wet myself. And it's like, it's funny how Gas like is the strongest character, but because of his personality, I feel his personality has went back to how it was before. I feel like in the previous chapter, Gas was acting a lot like Moro. Like I felt like I was just reading Moro, like the straight up Moro, with how he's just the bravado and the smiling and just the cockiness. It just didn't feel like Gas. But in this chapter, being Gas, being overly serious, overly pissed off, single-minded, that's a lot more like Gas. Gas is a single-minded character. And so Goku just pissing him off, and how Goku's acting and just his poses in this chapter, I really liked it, really enjoyed it. And yeah, and back to the joke where the heaters say that Gas wet himself. And it turns out that he did actually wet himself, but apparently it's because he was holding it in. So that's kind of really funny. But I also want to mention, like, even just looking Goku at this panel right here, where he says, "Well, dang, you really did wet yourself." The way he's looking at him, and like his Super Saiyan Blue, and it's just Goku's like Goku's innocent, naive face, that kind of face, that really feels like DBZ Goku right there. Like, just that's how you make Goku funny. Making Goku funny is not about making Goku a dumbass. It's about making Goku trolling other people by being himself, by being just like single-minded nature, just like by being himself, but doing these kind of stuff. Like he just ends up trolling his opponent because he's really like outmatching them in skill. So that is a successful way of like incorporating comedy into the series without really devaluing your characters. So again, I've said it before, guys, and many people before have argued with me. It's like, oh, this is part of a comedy. Goku's being stupid because Dragon Ball Super is trying to make it lighthearted. Well, here's your answer. You can still make it lighthearted without making the character of Goku suffer. So you can always find like the median. You can always find a balance between the two, which I really enjoy. It's just Toyotaro is just proving my point and proving that Goku can still be Goku, you know, Goku from DBZ, and it's not a shame if he starts acting badass. It doesn't make him any less Goku. But anyways, here's gonna be my first line of criticism. Goku finally transports somewhere where Gas and Goku can fight normally. They're basically in a mountain area, which is basically a fitting classic Dragon Ball place to fight in. Mountains, like mountain peaks where they can stand and face off each other, having a conversation. Goku says to Gas, he tells him that, oh, so you just do everything your brother says. You're way stronger than him. I bet you could make your own choices. And here's the thing what I don't like. I explained that before in my previous review, even before reading this, so just know that I'm not just making this up. I do not want the classic DBZ, typical DBZ cliche, where the stronger underling turns, because he got stronger, he turns against his boss. It would be a lot more interesting if Gas is just super loyal to Alec no matter what. I feel like it adds his character. If it just ends up that the Alec just killed Gas's parents and killed his own parents just to brainwash Gas, and he's basically trying to take advantage of him, then Gas kills Alec. Honestly, man, I don't know what to tell you, but that will be really, really lame, and I hope that that's not the case. But anyways, we get more insight to Gas's mentality. He says, I seek power for Alec's sake alone, and he's following his commands in order for the Heaters to be supreme organization in the universe. So basically, they're trying to overthrow the Frieza force, and they're trying to be the new Frieza army. So yeah. So they commence fighting, and Goku actually says that, oh, I also had a brother, and he was a piece of shit, so you might want to watch your back. Also, again, I really hope that this is not foreshadowing. I really hope that this is not foreshadowing that Alec is just gonna turn against Gas. It's gonna be really lame, man, if that happens. Because again, it's a cliche. It's had been done. It's had been beaten to death. So I hope it doesn't happen. So Goku is basically commencing the fight with Gas. I'm not gonna talk much about what Alec is doing and his plans so far because he didn't do anything yet. So I'll just focus on the fight. I think it's really interesting about like different location, and that's something that I've complained about Dragon Ball, that sometimes their fights, it's a little bit unimaginative because they fight in the same area. It's usually like a rocky mountain. It's usually just like a wasteland. Sometimes they make it interesting during like a city. But just having, since Goku can use instant transmission, why not make him fight in just different locations? So that's exactly what Toyotaru did. And again, it just makes you feel that these characters are really traveling the speed of light, just fighting in different realms, different universes. And actually Goku says that he did find Whis, which is pretty impressive that he did find Whis, because Whis seems like a character, not to say that his power is low, but it seems like he's a character that is very hard to track. He doesn't seem like a character that you can track down easily. So Goku finds Whis, and he's like in a weird place. He's just like on vacation, I guess. I don't know. It's really weird. He's just like chilling around here. And Goku's like, oh, finally, I found you, Whis. And Whis is there. Well, it'll be interesting if Whis fights, but it's interesting that Whis was dragged into this. Like, I was really excited. Also, I really love, and I want to highlight this, that I just realized this while just reading it, that Goku did really trap Gas in a way that he did take him to Whis for a reason. He took him to Whis so he can like alienate himself from Whis, because Whis' power is in a very far place. So Gas wouldn't be able to track Goku. So Goku actually goes from Whis back to the location, then another location, into where Munatio is, the Namekian who's healing Granola. By the way, I also want to appreciate the sheer speed of just Gas over here when Gas confronts Whis, which I'm a little bit disappointed that there wasn't much remarks. Like, I felt like there was some potential for some comedy at least. If not, like maybe Gas tries to attack Whis and Whis just... Again, I would have probably actually criticized this, so never mind. I won't say that if you just show how Whis is much stronger than Gas, but at least show us like a comment, maybe just Whis recognizing that Gas's strength, or maybe the Oracle fish is like, oh shit, this is the strongest guy in the universe, or maybe Whis saying, oh, how his power actually compares to someone else. So I feel like we could have got a little bit more in terms of just anything informative, or at least comedy, but nothing really besides just Whis being an asshole and not helping Goku by just telling Gas where the direction of Planet Cereal is, and you see just Gas immediately flying in space. And I'm really interested to see how much time would he take to actually reach Planet Cereal, since Planet Cereal is a place that is too far away to warp. So while Goku goes back and meets with the fallen Granola, he tries to help him, and they're escaping through through a car, which is kind of funny that maybe they wanna like suppress their power so Gas doesn't track them. And that's when Goku's pocket starts ringing, and to Goku's dismay and surprise, he finds a tool in his clothes, and apparently Whis has planted that into Goku without him noticing. So Goku actually talks with Whis, and Whis informs him that yeah, Gas is actually gonna come and get you. And he says he actually timestamps or time labels that Gas is gonna take 20 minutes of Earth time to reach a place, which by the way isn't trackable by instant transmission, which is pretty interesting. You can actually think of what that actually means, because Goku can actually travel from Earth to Namek via instant transmission, and we actually have like spaceships that travels in light speeds, you know, that need days, like the Goku's Capsule Corp spaceship took 6 days to reach planet Namek. So somebody could actually lowball and actually calculate the travel speed of Gas, which has to be many times the speed of light, right? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think of it. I think it's pretty interesting because it would just show that Gas is actually absurdly fast, and it would actually give you like a little bit of a time frame of how fast he can actually travel. But anyways, let's talk about Goku's conversation with Whis, where Goku complains, or actually just tells Whis that, hey, I cannot wield Ultra Instinct like as efficiently as you do, because Whis tells him that I'm a different life form, so it's natural for me to utilize Ultra Instinct. Like, he's basically genetically or inherently basically his body and his mind is compatible with the technique. However, for Goku, in order to use it, he needs to listen to the voice within you, deep down what you really are. What am I? And this is where immediately Toyotaro doesn't even like give us a chance to just think about it as like, oh hey, son of Bardock. Basically, that's what I mean. That's sort of like I wouldn't even say foreshadowing, just straight up telling you that Goku needs to realize that he is son of Bardock. And I do understand that the theme of this chapter, the theme of one of the themes of this manga arc is Goku accepting his past, or digging his past, or realizing his past, and Vegeta basically destroying his past, or like moving on and just burying the past in order to move forward. I understand it from Vegeta's perspective, but it doesn't mean that just because Vegeta needs to bury the past, it doesn't mean that automatically you have to draw the parallel and be like, oh, well, Vegeta needs to bury it, Goku needs to accept it, oh, amazing writing, 10 out of 10. No, don't be a dumbass. Please don't be a dumbass. Just because you make that correlation doesn't just mean it's good writing just because of that. It just does not make sense that Goku needs to learn his path at this stage of his life, at this stage of the show. He needs to learn who he is in order to perfect Ultra. Why the fuck would he need to do that? And if he did actually, in fact, if you want to say he needs to accept who he is, he did accept who he was. He did accept who he was, and he transformed to a Super Saiyan. Him trying to accept who he is right now feels like they're just pandering to you guys. Like, the people who like this shit, that's what Toyotaro is trying to pander. He's trying to pander to the, to the normies, the Dragon Ball normies. He's not even trying to pander to people who understand the show. Because people who understand the show would be like, yeah, this doesn't make sense. And I bet you many YouTubers and many people who actually like have been following this show for a very long time would say this is dumb as fuck. Maybe people who are new to the series would probably like just rub one out for this. But trust me, people who watched the show and know what the show is about will say this does not make sense. It feels like Toyotaro is just trying to pander to the Bardock fanboys, and it's just really hurting the credibility of both characters anyways. So anyways, I'm not going to rant further because, again, this is the decision that Toyotaro wants to do. Toyotaro is really desperate, and I don't know if it's Toei Animation or Akira Toriyama that is trying to pressure him to incorporate Bardock, or maybe he's doing this out of his own volition. I don't know. It just really, the story of Dragon Ball Minus really contradicts the original manga anyways. It does contradict just Goku and his character and his origin story, so it just doesn't make sense. We see the flashback because via the scouter of Bardock Scouter, Goku remembers, has this shock thing, and it just doesn't do it for me. Like, I don't feel anything seeing this. I don't feel, as a viewer, I'm supposed to feel something. Is there something wrong with me? Am I just like, am I just really dumb? Am I just really stupid that I don't get it? Because I felt nothing watching this. Just seeing Goku and shocked of hearing his parents' voice really did nothing for me. I don't know. I'm actually really interested. Just forget anything about what I said. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Did it really connect with you? Did you get goosebumps reading this? I want to know if it was successful. Like, again, if I'm in the minority and all of you guys enjoyed it, then you know what? Kudos to you, Toyotaro. You made a good product. Even if it wasn't for me, some people enjoyed it, I would do that. Hey, if I could make something that the majority of people would enjoy, I would do it, right? Why not do it? But again, what do you guys think? Because I'm not going to say anything about it. In the next chapter, we'll know about the fight of Bardock versus Grenoble. I'm not even going to waste my time just talking about Bardock, that is supposed to be a low-class warrior, but he's not a low-class warrior apparently all of a sudden, that he's actually a little bit stronger than average. So I don't really know how powerful he is at this point. But yeah, however, in the flashback, it does appear that Bardock isn't as strong as the baby or the very young Granola Kid Gas. I keep messing up the names. So tell me what you guys think about the review. Tell me what you think about the chapter. Let me know your thoughts down below. if you did enjoy or did not enjoy. Again, I'll give this chapter, again, even though I hated some of the elements, this chapter, I'll give it an 8.5 out of, I would really, if I could review just the first half of it, I will give it a 9 out of 10. However, the last period of it really does knock it to an 8.5 or 8. So I'll just give it, I don't give points, so I'll just give it 8 out of 10. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Actually, the next one is going to be a video on the main channel, so please, I'll update you guys. Also, I'll post some card opening videos, and I'll basically communicate with you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.